There we go. We're live.
Hi everybody, Lisa Schwartz here from the City of Watertown HR Department, and thank you for coming back. Now before we get into our Tuesday tour, I just want to say thank you to the forestry, the parks, the streets department personnel that have been helping us the last few weeks with the debris that has happened with the storms. If you see one of those staff members, please show your appreciation and all they're doing to help keep us safe. So speaking of parks, we are here today to tell you a little bit about behind the scenes with our parks team. So there's a little festival going on this week. The RiverFest festival is happening at Riverside Park, and we're going to tell you about what happens to get prepared for these festivals that we have at the parks. So a little background, our parks team is made up of approximately 9 individuals and 5 seasonals. They help us throughout the summer, our seasonal help do, and our parks team helps us throughout the year to make sure the parks are safe and in good working condition for everybody. So that being said, 9 staff, 5 seasonals, 33 parks in the City of Watertown. We have 33 parks in the City of Watertown, 330 acres. So that's about 30 to 35 acres a person that they're maintaining. National recommendation is about 18 to 19 acres a person, and so we are so thankful for all of our staff members that we have that are putting in the long hard hours to help us with this resource that we have here in the City of Watertown. Now, speaking of the event that's going on today, there's a lot of preparation that goes into RiverFest. So we have before, during, and after preparation. Several weeks before the event, we have team members coming out. They're doing weeding, they're making sure the structures are in good working order. They're actually they're doing any kind of touch-ups as we get a little bit closer to the event. If there's something that's damaged that needs to be fixed up, they want to make sure that it's again safe during the event. During the event, our staff is going to be maintaining garbages, cleaning the bathrooms, taking care of any unpleasantness that may be happening during the event. So thank you. When you see them, it's going to be warm up this week. Just tell them thank you. Again, help one another out. We are all here to celebrate this park together. We all have a part to play to make sure it's safe for one another. After the event, we have a great group of Boy Scouts that come out, and we are so thankful for them. We're going to give them a little shout out because they do a great job every year. They help us out, clean up. Our staff is going to spend about the next week getting things put back to working order so that we can come back out and get ready for a next picnic or a next band shell concert that might happen in the parks. We already mentioned that there's many different events that take place. We have Lights and Siren, we have the Farmers Market, we have softball tournaments, horseshoe tournaments. Again, this is the park for everyone in the city. Fiesta Cultural, I love that one. We have people that come out, and it's an amazing event. We'll try to get some postings out there next time we have Fiesta Cultural so you can come out and enjoy one another's time. I already mentioned it's everybody's duty and responsibility as stewards of the city to make sure that we are safe when we come out to our parks. So if you happen to see damage or malicious acts, there is a number you can call. It is the non-emergency number for the police department. It is 920-261-6660. If you see malicious acts, please let somebody know. We're trying to support one another so we have a safe community for our friends and family. So you not only can report those items, but you can report your ideas that you want to see to our Parks and Recreation Department. So any new programming, our kayaks, our paddleboarding, that was new programming, and we're so glad to offer it because who else has kayak and paddleboarding programs? We do. Contact our Parks and Rec Department through Facebook. You can give them a call, you can stop on in. The building is open, they're always looking for your feedback. All right, so as we walk through the park here, we're going to give you the behind the scenes on what we do in order to make the park safe for you. If you've been on this island during RiverFest, you know that there is a craft fair that we have many vendors come in here. We don't participate in the craft fair. We make sure the grounds are safe for the craft fair as they come through. That'll take place usually on Saturday mornings, but Jeff Doyle is with us from our Parks Department. He is our Parks Supervisor, and we have Randy here is our Parks and Rec Director, and they're going to fill us in on all the different things that we do to make the parks safe. So Jeff, tell me about the different positions that our 9 staff are going to be taking care of this stuff.
So there is 9 full-time staff. It starts with, there is a specialized maintenance person. He does plumbing, he does the electrical, he does the locks, he re-roofs buildings, he builds shelters, he pours sidewalks. He actually also helps out mowing, as all the staff do, as a secondary mower person. I have another gentleman who works up at the pool. He's the Aquatics Maintenance person. He also does my mechanics. He does all the fleets on the vehicles. He also doubles as turf type of person, herbicide spray, mowing person. In fact, like I said, all the staff do. Next person is, I have an athletic field prep person. She maintains all the ball diamonds, all the soccer fields, all the tennis courts. Anything related to the sports, she is responsible to do. She also assists with other ventures that we may have. She is excellent with flower beds and stuff like that, helping out other staff. I have a landscape. Next person is a landscape. He does also the stump removal. He preps for events. He is also a herbicide spraying type person. So that's his position. From there, I have a person that's a full-time mower. He starts roughly in March, and he's not done till almost the end of November. He's out. That's pretty much all he does all summer long is mows. Then there's a trim crew that follows him around, trimming up around the trees, doing the small areas in which he can't get to with the large 11-foot mower. There's probably three or four staff total that go on the trim crew just because of the amount of space that they have to cover. There's also a park patrol person. He is responsible for cleaning the bathrooms. He is responsible for going through the parks, checking the playground equipment, cleaning the parks. He also assists wherever needed. And then last but not least is the Forestry Department. Very vital, very important to us. There's two full-time staff that work on that. Unfortunately, we've had a ton of storms and a ton of issues lately. They have been extremely busy with trees and stuff like that. They also help set up here for RiverFest. Anything else that they're needed for, we help fire department with some of the sirens and stuff like that. Our bucket truck works for them, and so they're busy doing that. They also unfortunately double as grounds and herbicide spray people for mowing and so on and so forth. So everybody kind of fills in for everybody else. It's a great team, great effort. Everybody is very positive about the work. Very responsible and very respectful of the clients and residents of the city of Watertown.
So right now, as we see behind Jeff, we have our band shell, which is going to be playing music this week. During the other festivals that we have during the city or during the year, we'll have like our community band that participates and uses the band shell. We also have lights and sirens that'll set up. Sometimes we have a helicopter come in, which is amazing. On our left here, we have Chamberland, and we are very thankful for volunteers in the summer that help us maintain some of that damage that may have happened during the winter time to help us upkeep that, to make it safe for our friends and our kids. As we keep going, you'll also notice that there are places to grill out in Riverside, which is awesome. If you want to have a family gathering or anything, come on out. There are shelters you can reserve also. Right now, the shelters that we're going to see up here on the right, they're going to have vendors that come in and sell drinks for the festivity. That's all done by outside organizations, and we try to support our community as best we can by giving them a safe place to be. So Randy, can you tell us a little bit about the bathrooms on my left here?
Sure can. Randy Watashik, Park and Rec Director. The bathrooms are original to the park. We have 2 different facilities, a men's and a women's. A lot of the plumbing in there can't be refabricated, so when something breaks down, we do our best to replace it, but there's certain stalls and sinks that we just shut down because we don't have the means to replace those items. In our 2022 capital budgets, we have a plan to demo the current bathrooms and construct a new up-to-date ADA 1 facility bathroom. It's got to go through the budget process. It's a big budget item, one of the biggest for 2022. But right now we have mayor support, and we hope that project will go through.
You heard it here, folks. We are so excited. We are moving forward.
Hey, you guys.
Improving.
Before you go on, I wanted to say Shelly Johnson wants to give you all a shout out. She says thank you for all your tireless efforts. And we got about 15 on with us right now.
Thanks, Shelly. We're glad to hear from you. And we have if any of you have come to RiverFest, you've probably gotten a RiverFest treat from the upper gazebo here. The last several weeks we've had our summer camp here at RiverFest, or at Riverside. Our summer camp has been here at Riverside, and it's been so fun to see the little kids come through. We're just going to keep walking because I had timed this out, and I'm going to get all the way through Riverside Park, and it is a big park. So here we go. We are crossing over A Street, and you'll see right now we've got a small festival going on. For 4th of July, we also have some rides, not as nearly as big as what we do for RiverFest. Every Tuesday morning, we have the farmers market. Behind the Wacky Shack, way up on the hill, we have the pool, which we have a number of staff. We're so thankful for all of the helpers that have been helping out staff the pool this year. One awesome shout out to our staff at the pool is that without them, we would not have been able to be open this year. There's a number of pools in the area that aren't, but we have a great city, great support from the workers that are coming here, helping us keep the pool open. So thank you for everybody that is currently working with our lifeguard concessions pool support. All right, we're gonna go to the Horseshoe Pits. Did you know that we have Horseshoe Pits here? They are available. Who would they connect with if they want to participate with Horseshoe Pits, Randy?
They can call our office, and we'll pass along the contact name and number to the person that organizes I believe they play on Tuesday nights during the summer.
Yes.
Tuesday nights Horseshoe League. I know there's a group of mainly senior age gentlemen that come out in the mornings. I don't know if it's every morning or if it's a certain day of the week. They come out. It's not an official league, but just come out for drop-in leisure play as well.
There's also Bags that's run by its own entity, and they're out here by the Diamonds, and I'm not sure what night they are out here, but there's a lot of people that are out here for that, and they're all on their own. They clean up. They do an excellent job.
One thing you can't see right from this section are our baseball diamonds behind our truck over there. As we continue walking, you'll be able to see them a little bit more. We have softball leagues, we have baseball leagues, all that information. You can connect with our Park and Rec staff. They are on Rec Desk, which is amazing. I love that offering where you can go on to Rec Desk and sign up rather than having to come down physically to the office to sign up. As we continue to walk through, we do have the auto show. We don't participate in the auto show, but the auto show is going to take place right in front of us here at the grounds. And we set up for the fireworks as well. Fireworks will take place on 4th of July as well as RiverFest fireworks. Again, we're so thankful for that group that comes in and helps clean up the debris after the fireworks and make sure that everything is safe for our baseball people. Let's take a walk over here to this bridge. If you have a senior in high school or have been a senior in high school, chances are you may have had your photos taken place here at Riverside Park. This is one popular bridge that people use for photos. We talked about weddings that take place in the park. We talked a little bit about family reunions. What would someone have to do to reserve different areas of the park?
So you're going to contact the Park and Rec office. Office hours Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Number is 920-262-8080. If you're lucky enough to get Megan or Andrea, they'll help you out with any reservations. If I happen to answer the phone, it might be a little slower, but we'll still get your reservation taken care of. One other thing I'll mention as we're crossing over the bridge, and then we have the wall the concrete wall that extends all the way throughout the park. This is a future project we need to address. This portion of the wall is actually in really good shape. Back on the island where we were before we crossed Laborie, we're having some deterioration there. We're pricing things out. The wall is historic to the park. It was built as part of a government project with the Great Depression, putting people back to work. But it's going to take a lot of funding, and it's going to take some community support to get the walls revitalized, the bridges like the one we just crossed over, to get those fixed up. They add a lot of character to the park. It's very vital to the park, and I think most community residents would agree with that. So if you're interested in that and trying to find a way to help out, you can contact Park and Rec. It's going to take some funding and some fundraising to get those up to par.
All right, as we continue forward, we are going to try to get over to our volleyball courts. Before we get to the volleyball courts though, Randy, you know, summer's almost over. What am I going to do in the fall? If I wanted to work for Parks and Rec, can I still get in?
Absolutely. So we have various positions, honestly almost the same positions we have open now. We'll be looking for coaches, officials. We'll be looking for people to supervise gymnasiums and programs. We're also going to be continuing to look for park staff, helping out with park maintenance. We'll still be looking for seasonal staff. You can work 40 hours a week, you can work 20 hours a week, helping us out with maintenance, mowing. So we still have budget left for the year. So if anyone's interested, just hope you're 18 years or older. We invite retired seniors that are no longer fully employed. If they're looking for something to fill their time a little bit, we welcome them to come out as well. Those would be perfect candidates for us. And then they can contact us at the Rec Department. Again, 920-262-8080.
We also have an online application now as well. You can go online, you can fill out an application, and one of our staff will get to you. If it's not one department but another department, we're going to give you a call. We're going to try to get you into the department that's best fit for you. Part-time, full-time, there are different options available. So keep that in mind. Let your friends and family know if they're looking for some late summer, early fall employment. Give us a ring. Okay, we're crossing the last parking lot here. We are heading over to the volleyball courts. We have summer volleyball leagues going on right now, and this is just an additional park here at Riverside. So who knew? A second playground, volleyball courts. We do set up for the 5K that happens during RiverFest. Now, the Parks Department doesn't manage the 5K, but you're going to see our Streets Department put signs up, our Police Department make sure everybody is safe. And again, if you see any kind of damage, malicious acts, you can connect with that non-emergency line. But look at this. Take a look around us. These trees are amazing. A nice shady area. We have bleachers. We have picnic tables for a picnic. And then as we go through the woods here, past the volleyball fields, we are going to see a second gazebo. Is it a gazebo or a pavilion?
Shelter.
A shelter. A shelter. I've been calling it a gazebo this whole time and they didn't stop me. So, and then a little playground over here for the kids. Do we have any questions, Lisa?
Not yet. Still holding steady, about 15 people watching us, so really nice to have some viewers today.
I mean, this is just one of Watertown's parks, and there are plenty of places for you to get away from the hustle and bustle of life. Not a lot of money to come out to the park, and you can find plenty to do here. Is there anything else you guys want our people to know about?
Riverside is approximately 29 acres. We've also got the Aquatic Center, which is a huge draw. We've added some gazebos, maybe some tent areas if you want to call it that, so we provided more shade. A lot of events happen out here. People are just out here using volleyball courts, they're using the diamonds. Like Lisa had mentioned, there's Fair Day on Tuesday mornings, which that is very well attended. So it's a very popular place.
All right, thanks again. Do you have anything to add, Randy?
Just one more thank you to the Boy Scouts that help us out all throughout the weekend.
Yes.
They provide so much help after hours. coming on and cleaning up, picking up the wrappers, the cups, anything that's laying around. Without them, the park wouldn't look nearly as nice for the start of the next day's festival. So huge thanks to them.
I'm going to thank you all up front for doing your part as well, and thank you for keeping our parks in good working order and helping us all out so that we can share with one another some of these great resources. Thank you for tuning in today, everybody. You take care. Are we doing 15? We did it.